And I think you've got some clips to show us. So.
Yeah, I've got some clips.
Yeah, we've got some clips to show you.
How important do you think it is for us to give this message to the younger generation? Just the message of Sikh history.
Yeah, it's very important to give this message, but it's how you give that message and the new way that children are exposed to history and exposed to fact and exposed to morality. It's the kind of mediums that really matter.
Changed.
Like you said, that when you sit a kid down and you say a story, they are suddenly interested. So pushing that through animation, it just becomes a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You can just increase the level to crazy level.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just when it came to like the Jada Sahibzade.
Yeah.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was probably like one of the biggest animations that we probably had in the Sikh community, right? Obviously, there's been more beforehand, but like taking it to that next level, especially for me when I came into Sikh, it was mainly through like Jada Sahibzade, right? So like with the work that you guys are doing going forward, it's really reaching out to that audience. And something interesting I heard as well was that we don't actually have like an animation or something for our kids based upon like the 1984 attacks, right? We've got a lot of material, and you can see today with activism, a lot of our activism is, aimed at the older generations, right?
Yeah.
But nothing's really aimed at the kids, telling them this is your history, this is what happened to us, right? But other faiths will do that, right? They're telling about the history and they don't shy away from it. So that's what's really powerful about what you guys are doing when it comes to animations, right?
I think what we want to do is be able to facilitate that sort of conversation with children. You don't really want to expose children to the graphic side of our history, which is immensely graphic, and even till recent times, the 1980s onwards.
Yeah.
But what you do want to say is that we should be challenging that darkness, and that no matter how big the enemy is, because if you look at all our history, the enemy was always bigger than we were, always. But that spirit and that being, that light, is what carried them forward throughout all our history, and that is why when we're doing this piece of fiction work, Ru, that because he's just a lamp, you can talk about being a lamp and you can personify that lamp to be yourself. Again, like Sirjan said, it's an attainable goal. You're not talking about a particular figure, you're talking about an idea, and that idea is in a lamp.
Yeah. And just on that note, the level of animation you guys are doing as well, I know it's 3D and you're using what software is it?
So we're using Unity, which is a gaming software primarily.
Yeah.
But it can do some really amazing animations.
Yeah. And I think you've got some clips to show us. So.
Yeah, I've got some clips.
Yeah, we've got some clips to show you. Yeah. So there's this clip is when it gets dark and the sun is setting. I mean, all of this is still preview, as in we're still going to make it better.
Yeah, we're still in the development phase.
We're still in the development. This is not the final works.
Yeah.
So there's parts where we're kind of introducing the environment and we've got some nice fly-throughs. And there's other parts where we see the animal's reaction. And then we see Ru enter. And we don't want to show too much about post when Ru lights, because that bit is amazing and magical. And we want that to be revealed once we do the actual final showing.
So I made a full story centered around our main character, Ru, who is an unlit Diva lamp.
Yeah.
And we follow his journey to establish light after the sun had set for the first time.
Yeah.
So it's not just his physical struggle, but his mental struggle to build up the courage to challenge that darkness. So the message we're trying to get across is that you can challenge the darkness.
And it's all narrated by Jaswant Singh.
No, so we used Jaswant Singh's voice for our teaser as kind of an ode to say that he is what inspired our story, rather than taking it just on ourselves, like, oh, we've come up with this amazing concept, which is challenging the darkness.
Yeah.
It was kind of our tribute to him, was that our teaser, our first bit of material that we're going to put out to the world, was utilizing his voice.
Because it's his message that we want to carry forward.
But past that, the story kind of takes a shape of its own. And he's a fictional character that comes alive, a sentient diva that kind of explores his inner self, and our character Rue, he's very timid, and he's very shy, but he's also got that little curiosity streak to him. So every day he kind of goes and wanders, and he observes like how nature interacts with itself. And through that, then when the sun sets, he kind of feels within himself that there is something he needs to do to kind of solve this darkness.
Yeah, he does at first feel fear.
Yeah.
But he has to just build up the courage to take the first step to even go out of his comfort zone to even experience that darkness. So it's not that he's in the darkness himself straight away. It's that he has to jump out of his home and experience that darkness for himself so that he can also get rid of that darkness for everyone else.
And the way you can actually support us right now is by going onto our Kickstarter and pressing notify me on launch. And you put your details in, and then what it means is that when we actually do open up, for that 30-day window, you get an email notification to say, right, it's open, please support us.